Awesome. Hello everyone, I'm Yash from Web3Auth. Here's my colleague Shahbaz as well, and we're going to talk to you about what Web3Auth has to offer in this hackathon, what are the things we do generally, and how we simplify the whole onboarding process into the Web3 world. And you can, of course, win up to $10,000 worth of prizes we are giving away at ETHGlobal. Okay, so before we start forward, I have a small question for you. Like, what was the first DApp usage experience for you? Like, any kind of DApp you might have used when you were just trying out Web3? Anybody? Like, you were just new to Web3, and what were you doing at that point of time? Like, what was it difficult? Like, was it like intimidating, or how did you actually access it? Okay. Yeah. Everything, right? Exactly. And did you know what exactly was MetaMask and how it worked and things like that? Think about it like as a particular newbie who is not very Web3 savvy as such, right? Like it felt like maybe you have to create a MetaMask wallet, then sign a transaction, and should I create a wallet? Should I not? What it is? So think about as a general user. Think about your grandmom, for example. I will say. So for them, it's like very intimidating, right? You have to understand what are the Web3 wallets. You have to install a wallet extension like MetaMask. You have to onboard to the application. You have to sign everything, set up a seed phrase, a lot of things. And for a general person using Web2, they're like, one click Google login, I'm done, I'll start using the application. As simple as that. So this is what we stand for. We think that Web3 should not be this complex. As easy as using a Web2 application. And because of this, if you might have seen, because of these unfamiliar and complex flows, a lot of people have lost their just funds. Bitcoins have been 3.6 million worth of bitcoins have been lost. And this was when Bitcoin was at 30K. So just double it. So there's a lot of money that has been lost around because of this high skill needed just to access these Web3 applications. And this is where Web3 Auth comes in. We help people to use where they're already comfortable with. A simple SSO like Google, Facebook, anything, whatever they're comfortable with, just enter the application, one click, log in, and you are done. Just simplifying the whole thing. And this has increased the adoption rate quite a lot. It is easy, you can easily trust and re-access the same key, you don't have to think about it. And it's highly secure because it's powered by an MPC at the back end, and you are totally non-custodially logging in. So these are the main challenges we tackle with the Web3 Auth MPC: seamless non-custodial key management experiences, compatible with all existing authentication methods that are already there, mostly following the Auth2 standard, Auth2 standard, and it's performant globally and scalable as well. So we have right now a lot of users already using this, over 21 million monthly active users we have right now. So I talked a lot about why we need this and what are the things. I want to talk about how it works so that when you are using it in your application, you actually know what is going to happen. So as you can see over here, it looks like a very complex chart, but you can think about your front-end application being right inside of your front-end application. Somebody can just trigger a login. Maybe we are given a demonstration of Auth0. So it can go to Auth0, Google, Facebook, whatever. And from there, these login providers, which are basically present, they give you an ID token, a simple ID token that is the OAuth2 standard. As soon as you get the ID token, you pass it over to the Web3 Auth SDK, and the Web3 Auth SDK will generate a private key for you. How does it generate is this particular auth network basically hosts our node which have a key value pair kind of storage of a part of your private key, right? And what happens is when somebody gives you the ID token, these nodes get the ID token, these nodes validate the ID token if it's a correct ID token or not, and pass over their share to the front end. Inside of the front end, we dynamically reconstruct the private key, and using that, we can get the final private key of the user. And this is our Shamir secret sharing based architecture. For MPC based architecture, we do partial signing across all the nodes. And those partial signs are aggregated in the front end to form a final signature. And that final signature can be sent to the blockchain to do any kinds of transactions. And you have directly native providers for all the blockchains available, and it's just use it right off the bat. There are multiple ways you can use this. One way is to pass the ID token and everything manually so that you have more control over the flow. It's up to you to use that. Or you can use our plug and play SDKs where this whole thing is managed for you end to end directly as well. So this is the whole Web3 Auth architecture. We'll be going towards talking on what particulars you can do as well and what are the specifics you can do to win some prizes at this hackathon as well. But as you can see, all the chains, mostly everything, we are chain agnostic, every kind of login out there, and all the platforms are supported as well. You can build upon Android, iOS, React Native, Flutter, Unity, Unreal, and web, of course, all types of frameworks, whatever you like. And you can integrate external wallets as well with us, and you can use them directly through the Web3 Auth. So let's see in action. My colleague Shahbaz is here, will help you go through the documentation, show you around with our quick start guides and how it works generally.
Thanks, Yas. Hi, my name is Shahbaz. I'll be demonstrating how to use it. But before that, let's quickly see if demo works with us. Demo.io. So think of this more of like if you want to integrate your application into your application, how basically this will look like. Given that the internet is how it is, I'll try to see if it gets through this particular network. If not, I'll just walk you through about the integration guide and how quickly to get you started. But at least I just want to show you how the modal looks like. Maybe this gives you a gist of like how prepared you need to be during the hackathon. But as soon as you integrate Web3 Auth, you will be presented. So this is our plug and play solution. So you don't have to configure a lot of things, just simple lines of code. I'll show you how it looks like. And then you will be able to do like this, basically Google login or login with any of the social providers, also your email and the stuff goes on, right? Given the internet, I highly doubt that this will go through, but I'll try my best. Okay, looks like I'm here. And you'll have like all of your details. This particular demo tries to showcase more of your personal info. We have something called passkeys as well. You will be able to register through that. This demo does not show that, but you'll be able to do that in your hackathons as well. Like other services like wallet services, NFT services, and whatnot. So let's see how this looks like behind the scene. So this is our quick start, very much easy to navigate from our documentation or our website. So as it goes through, you will be able to select from the offerings of the product, like from plug and play to core kit, right? And each plug and play and core kit will have different offerings from PNP web or the modal, or maybe you might not want the modal what we are presenting to you, or maybe you have an existing design, you just want to integrate it with your existing system, right? So you can choose no modal, and then list goes on from mobile applications from Android, iOS, React Native, Flutter, and Unity, even if you want to integrate with your gaming application. So steps are very simple. You just integrate it, right? And the same goes here. If you want to try out like how this particular thing looks like in Android, when you click on preview, since the internet is not there, you'll be able to present it. A mobile view would be presented, which is an actual application, how it looks like. You can play around and see how basically this looks like. So let's see the the web modal one. The steps are very straightforward. If you see it here, I'll try to hide it from here. The steps are very simple. You install it, or you can choose the dgit command, the one here. So this is the boilerplate. You'll be able to just one click, just download it through the terminal, and you'll be able to run it very quickly using these couple of lines. If not, you wanted to integrate in your existing application, the steps are as simple as that. Like you install it, and then the one thing what you need is a Web3 Auth dashboard account or a developer account, which is free to sign up. Again, the links are here. Feel free to sign up. You'll be able to create a project because we need something called client ID. And if you want more of the technicalities, like you want to host your own verifier, for example, your custom Google login, you'll be able to do that through the project setup and creating a verifier. So the steps are simple. I just don't want to waste most of our time here about like if you have any queries about this, then I'll straight away jump to the documentation. This is the documentation, web3auth.io/docs. All of our SDKs are listed here, the SDK reference, everything around that. And I think at this point, I would just want to showcase like what are all prizes we are offering at this hackathon. So there are like a bunch of SDKs that we offer, right? One is plug and play, the other one is core kit. But if you've seen the first one, this is like SFA, which comes under the core kit. So for SFA, we have $2,000 if you integrate it with SFA. For plug and play, there is another $2,000. If you want to integrate with mobile or gaming, then there is another 2,000. Technically, you can get this 3 + 2 as well if you have like a grand prize for overall, the best solution that people have built using Web3Auth. And there is something very new about global accounts. So we'll be sharing more of the resources in the partners Web3Auth, the Discord. So if you have any queries about any of our prizes, what this particular entails, feel free to share that or your questions, or feel free to reach out to me, Yash, Elisha, or anybody wearing Web3Auth t-shirt. We'll be happy to take your queries, or if you have any integration issues, we'll be happy to address those as well. Yeah, apart from these, Yash, you want to showcase anything else?
So let me just go into each one of these prizes one by one and what you need to do to actually win these, right? So if I go to maybe I want to have like a native experience within my application, cloud abstraction on top of Web3Auth and things like that, I can utilize the single factor auth as well as the plug and play applications over here. Single factor auth needs more a bit of work from your side, but the whole experience will be really good because here you will be handling the authentication part of it, taking the ID token from Google or whatever and giving it to the SDK. The SDK is extremely lightweight because it just does one thing, takes your ID token, generates a private key, that's it. As simple as that. The particular resources have been mentioned, the quick start and examples, everything is over there and you can clone it. The bonus points if you want to win a really good prize on this is use the passkeys plugin. We have introduced something new over there using which you can just do a Google login. I can show you a demo about that. Basically, this has a login through passkey as well. Okay, so I think I might have a passkey over here. Okay, so with the easy passkey login, I can just get in. If you do this, you will have extra bonus points over here. If you use Web3Auth wallet services, in the demo you might have seen this. So you can use this UI, and inside of this whole UI, you can just configure whatever you want, change your network and things like that directly from the UI. You can have wallet connect interoperability and fiat on ramp as well. So that is also available. Then using wallet pre-generation, which is a new feature, basically without even authenticating a user, you can generate their wallet address using some of maybe the Google email, for example. Use that to airdrop NFTs or airdrop anything you want, even before they have logged into the application. If you use this feature as well, you will get extra bonus points. So the qualification is very simple. You have to just integrate the Web3Auth SDK, get the particular up and running wallet. Inside of that, you just have to add the test tokens or whatever and just demo using Web3Auth. That's the basic qualification requirement for all our SDKs or anything. Just make a demo in which Web3Auth is the main authentication. Right. Next is our plug and play SDKs. Plug and play SDK is pretty simple. If you go to our integration builder, it's literally a 4-step process. If you go to plug and play, you can use either modal or no modal. You can preview those applications here directly as well if you want. And you just have to get a client ID, initialize Web3 auth. You can just directly copy paste this code, and you can just do login, and that's it. It's as simple as that. If you do this and additionally use maybe multi-factor authentication with a choice of MFA, use custom authentication, which is an inbuilt thing you have to use for SFA, but here it's like an use wallet services as I talked about earlier. And if you're using React, you can use hooks. If you use these additional things, you can win bonus points as well. All the resources are directly given over here. You can see the SDK references. If you are a mobile or gaming developer, you have additional things. We have our SFA as well as plug and play. So when I talk about SFA, I talk about CoreKit SFA, CoreKit, then single factor auth. CoreKit has MPC as well. We are not giving out prizes for MPC right now. It's like more of an enterprise SDK particularly. So inside of CoreKit and plug and play, all the different SDKs are over here. And for mobile, if you just integrate any of the mobile SDKs in your mobile or gaming applications, you can win that. Similar points are here for bonus, what we have mentioned above. Shahbaz has already talked about the grand prize, and we are mostly looking at the UX, the technical execution we have done over here, the idea feasibility as well, and you can get bonus points if you just share around your project on X and things like that as well. Finally, as Shahbaz mentioned about the global accounts, we'll be making a guide very soon. New beta SDK that we have. It's a very low lift. It's a wallet that you can just integrate with and that is also available if you use that, and if you don't want to use excessive, that is also available for any questions. Maybe you want to integrate action, if you want to use us with any chain or anything like that, you can just reach out to us right in the Discord channel. There are multiple things already available in our community. So there's community.web3auth.io, which is a very active community in terms of all the different 90% of the times is already solved over there. Have a look over there as well. So I guess those were the main things we wanted to talk about. And if you have any questions, anything are available throughout the whole hackathon. We'll be here at night as well. So just make sure to check out our booth, and we'll be there across. Any questions, anybody? Yeah, please. So you want to verify whether the user in the backend, basically, whether this user is the correct user or not in the backend, right? There's a feature called server-side verification. If you go to the Web3 documentation, this feature. What we do is we generate an ID token in the front end, which you can send it over to the backend and verify whether this particular person's public key is the same or not. If it's the same, this user is verified. If not, it's a different user. It's a spoofing user. So you can directly do that using this as well. If you have any questions, just come here. We'll just show you how the integration works. World ID integration, you can just use the world ID, generate an ID token, send it over to Web3Auth SDK, the SFA or plug and play, and you can generate a private key. I guess the time is up, is it? Okay.
Have questions, you can go to the booth where they are and keep asking.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sure. Thanks a lot for joining, everybody.